Shalom Akim. First and foremost, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashim Al-Hakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to the elect. Just want to go into a lesson, and it's based upon this article here that I came across, which this is from theconversation.com. And the title reads, European colonization of the Americas killed 10% of the world population and caused global cooling. And, this is pretty much the track record of Esau Edom, the so-called white man. Okay, as the scriptures say, which before we, get into this lesson, let's just bring it out real quick. This damn devil only has one MO. And the main target of, his modus operandi are you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Okay? The first thing this damn devil did when he came into power was, go out seeking, Israelites to put to death. Okay? He made sure he did that first, before he went, and colonized the rest of the world. Okay? And even in colonizing these other areas on the earth, he didn't treat the people that he came across as he treated you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Okay, the things he did over here in the Americas, what he did to Jake in Europe and, in the land of Ham cannot compare to anything that happened to any other nation down here on the earth. This is St. John 10:10. It says, the thief cometh not before to steal and to kill and to destroy. And that's Esau Edom. Who's the thief? Okay, he obtained his land through theft. All right, he obtained all his riches through theft. He didn't, work hard and, dig in the mines and bring up all that gold and silver. He stole it, man, mainly from the Israelites. It says the thief cometh not before to steal and to kill. And that's what he did. When he came over here, he stole and he murdered. Okay, he was on a campaign to do that, and he did just that. It says, and to destroy, I am come that they might have life and that they might have it more abundantly. Okay, and Yahushua is going to give us that life when he returns, man. We ain't gonna have to deal with this damn devil no more, man. Okay, not ruling over us at least. So this is back in the article. I'm gonna read bits and pieces of it. I'm not gonna read the whole thing. I'm gonna jump around. I just want to touch these few points in here. Which just shows you, man, that this man's a devil. Okay? He's all about murdering people, man. It says, we just read the headline. Let me start reading. This says, while Europe was in the early days of the Renaissance, okay, which we all know what the Renaissance period was about. That was the rebirth of the Greco-Roman system through Esau Edom, because he's the one that established the original Greco-Roman system. So that architecture came back, that, way of life came back, the different gods that they worship, so on and so forth. It says, while Europe was in the early days of the Renaissance, there were empires in the Americas sustaining more than 60 million people, which, this is just an estimation from Esau, man. According to the scriptures, the Most High said, whereas the sand of the sea. Now you had 10 tribes over here, man. So it was more than 60 million. Okay. It says, but the first European contact in 1492 brought diseases to the Americas, which devastated the native population, and the resultant collapse of farming in the Americas was so significant that it may have even cooled the global climate. And see, this Esau Edom not wanting to take responsibility for what actually happened, man. Okay, the disease was a small part. As soon as this damn devil came over here, he started murdering people, man. It wasn't just disease. Okay, like, oh, see, look, we came over here, and just through divine intervention, the natives got sick and see that the land opened up for us. Nah, that's not what happened, man. Okay, Esau always trying to slide that BS in there because he doesn't want to be held accountable for his actions, man. When that damn devil, Cristobal Colon, landed on the island of Hispaniola, he started murdering people, man. Okay? One of the statements that he made was that these people are so docile, they'll make perfect slaves. Okay? So that's, one lie that this damn devil is telling. Oh, it's just the diseases. No, you murdered millions, okay, if not billions, all right, because we don't know how many Israelites are over here. It says the number of people living in North, Central, and South America when Columbus arrived is a question that researchers have been trying to answer for decades. Unlike in Europe and China, no records on the size of indigenous societies in the Americas before 1492 are preserved. Okay, so there were records, but this damn devil destroyed it. Okay, and Jake wouldn't be numbering themselves because that's against the scriptures, It says to reconstruct population numbers, researchers rely on the first accounts from European eyewitnesses and in records from after colonial rule was established. Tribute payments known as encomiendas, okay, which that's the, the slavery system that oppressed, you so-called Latinos, man. You were in slavery as well. Which this damn devil doesn't really teach that, in his schools. It says this taxation system was only established after European epidemics have ravaged the Americas, which again, man, this damn devil does not want to say what else happened. Okay. You had him passing around diseases, but the main way that the natives were dying was through the hardcore slavery you was putting them in and you murdering them, man. Okay. And the evidence for that fact is very vast, man. But this damn devil tries to sweep it under the rug because he wants to portray himself as, this, very enlightened being, that's so civil. He doesn't harm anybody. He's always diplomatic, and he's here to help everybody, man. That's the furthest thing from the truth. Okay. It says this taxation system was only established after European epidemics had ravaged the Americas. So it tells us nothing about the size of pre-colonial populations. So, let's see here. We're going to jump around. This damn devil spewing that madness again. Like the only way Jake died over here was because of disease, man. Get the hell out of here. So, reading further down, it says the Great Dying. The large pre-Columbian population sustained itself through farming. There is extensive archaeological evidence for slash and burn agriculture, terraced fields, large earthen mounds, and home gardens. By knowing how much agricultural land is required to sustain one person, population numbers can be translated from the area known to be under human land use. We found that 62 million hectares of land, or about 10% of the landmass of the Americas, have been farmed or under another human use when Columbus arrived. For comparison, in Europe, 23%, or in China, 20% of the land had been used by humans at the time. This changed in the decades after Europeans first set foot on the island of Hispaniola in 1492, now Haiti and the Dominican Republic. In the mainland in 1517, Europeans brought measles, smallpox, influenzas, and the bubonic plague across the Atlantic, devastating consequences for the indigenous populations, as well as just coming in contact with you damn devils, man. You pulling out your sword. Why you don't want to bring that up? Okay. How you use your weapons against the native population. It wasn't just diseases. Disease was one of the least of the worries of the natives, man. The main way they died was you putting them to death with your weapons, man. It says our new data-driven best estimate is a death toll of 56 million by the beginning of the 1600s. 90% of the pre-Columbian indigenous population and around 10% of the global population at the time. So check this out, man. This damn devil, okay, is the only nation in history to kill off, according to, his estimates, which is probably more, okay, because he did a lot of murdering when he came over here, man. But he's saying that he murdered off 10% of the global population at that time, man. No other nation has that, achievement under their belt, okay? And the scriptures go into that, how this man has shed blood, that's what he's known for. Okay, everywhere you go on the earth, he's done the same thing, man. All right. He's just done it more to the nation of Israel because of that undying hatred that he has for us. OK, but that's what this damn devil's known for, going around the world and murdering people. OK, and he's still doing it to this day. He hasn't changed. It says this makes the great dying, quote unquote, the largest human mortality event in proportion to the global population. OK, so let me bring this out real quick. OK, this is a scripture that, popped into my mind. This damn devil putting Jake to death, OK, was the largest human mortality rate, OK, at that time, man. All right. And it's saying, a little further down in the article that it's just second to World War II. OK, which is probably more than that because there were more people over here than this damn devil estimates, man. This is Daniel 9, and I'll start at 9. It says, to the Lord, Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai, our power belong mercies and forgivenesses, though we have rebelled against him. Neither have we obeyed the voice of the Lord, Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai, our power to walk in his laws, which he set before us by his servants, the prophets. And see, that's the reason why this damn devil was able to come over here and massacre the native population that was over here, the northern kingdom of Israel. OK, because we made a covenant with the creator of the heavens and the earth that we would follow his ways. OK, and, when Jake came over here, they was doing it for a while. And, as time passed, they began to go astray from it again, just like we did in our homeland, man. The same story repeating itself. So the Most High brought judgment as he has done to us in the past. It says, neither have we obeyed the voice of the Lord, Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai, our power to walk in his laws, which he set before us by his servants, the prophets. Yea, all Israel have transgressed thy law, even by departing, that they might not obey thy voice. Therefore, the curse is poured upon us, and the oath that is written in the law of Moses, the servant of the Most High, because we have sinned against him. And he hath confirmed his words which he spake against us and against our judges that judged us, by bringing upon us a great evil. OK, and that's a great evil, man. According to Esau's estimate, to have, just the northern kingdom being 10% of the population of the earth being completely wiped out, man. OK, that's a great evil, man. It says, for under the whole heaven hath not been done as hath been done upon Jerusalem. And this has never happened in history. This nigga ain't never did this to nobody else. OK, damn near completely wiped out whole nations, man. OK, almost exterminated all the tribes that were over here, man. And he wanted to do, the same thing to the entire nation. But the Most High left a remnant. OK, so continuing on, it says this makes the great dying the largest human mortality event in proportion to the global population, putting it second in absolute terms only to World War II, in which 80 million people died, 3% of the world's population at that time. OK, a figure of 90% mortality in post-contact America is extraordinary and exceeds similar epidemics, including the Black Death in Europe, which resulted in a 30% population loss in Europe. One explanation is that multiple waves of epidemics hit indigenous immune systems that had evolved in isolation from Eurasian and African populations. Then, Esau gives an off-ass number, which, hey, man, ain't got nothing to do with the diseases. Okay, although the diseases did play a part, this damn devil did the majority of the murdering physically with his weapons, man. All right. Let's see here. So it says global consequences. This human tragedy meant that there was simply not enough workers left to manage the fields and forests. Without human intervention, previously managed landscapes returned to their natural states, thereby absorbing carbon from the atmosphere. The extent of this regrowth of the natural habitat was so vast that it removed enough CO2 to cool the planet. Okay, so this damn devil saying that he came over here and murdered so many people, okay, that they were unable to, cultivate the land, okay, keep the, the plants in check, okay, so that overgrowth, you know, that occurred because the gardens ceased to exist. Okay, so the forest started booming and whatnot. Other plants started to, boom. That took so much CO2 out of the atmosphere that it caused the earth to cool, man. Okay. So that's how much killing this damn devil has done, man. How much murdering he did. He murdered so many Israelites that it affected the planet. It affected the climate, man. Okay. And this damn devil's going to pay for all of that, man. All right. But see, he won't bring up, he won't bring this information out. He'll just tell you that, the natives weren't even over here. It's probably like 3 or 4 of them, Then they just died off from the disease and we inherited this land. Well, even in the article, they didn't mention how they murdered them, man. Okay. This is Revelation 17. And let's see, I'm going to start at 4. It says, and the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet color. Well, let me start at 3. It says, so he carried me away in the spirit into the wilderness. And I saw a woman sit upon a scarlet colored beast. And that woman represents America. Okay, the scarlet colored beast represents NATO and the EU. All right, which America's a part of that. And when you go into the history of who colonized this side of the world, okay, it was the beast, man. Okay, NATO and the EU, and then America came out of that. All right, real quick. Let me bring this out. This is Revelation 11:7. It says, and when they shall have finished their testimony, the beast that ascended out of the bottomless pit. Okay, this is NATO and the EU. All right, those 10 horns. Okay, it says the beast that ascendeth out of the bottomless pit shall make war against them and shall overcome them and shall kill them. And that's exactly what happened, man. Okay, who colonized the Americas? Who's responsible for murdering the Native Americans that were over here, man? Okay, those different European powers. All right, and this is all prophesied in the scriptures. Okay, and that same power structure is ruling today and is oppressing you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right, this is back in Revelation 17:3. It says, so he carried me away in the spirit into the wilderness, and I saw a woman sit upon a scarlet colored beast, okay, which says NATO and the EU, full of names of blasphemies, having 7 heads and 10 horns. And the 10 horns represents the EU, okay, or the former EEC. And those nations that made up the EEC in 1992, okay, before they changed their name to the EU, those are the 10 horns, okay? And those nations are responsible for murdering, okay, according to Esau, 10% of the global population at that time over here in America, man, okay? It says, and the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet color and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, which that represents royalty and opulence. Okay, America's the wealthiest nation ever to exist. Okay. It says, having a golden cup in her hand full of abominations and filthiness of her fornication. And upon her head was the name written, Mystery Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots and abominations of the earth. And I saw the woman, okay, America, drunken with the blood of the saints. When you look this word drunken up, the word there is methuo, which means to be, murder in excess, basically. Okay. So this woman is responsible for murdering millions upon millions upon millions of Israelites, man. Okay. Along with the beast. All right. Just as we read in Revelation, the 11th chapter. Now, we just read in this article, and this is just an estimation, man, mind you. Okay. They said 10% of the global population at that time ceased to exist because of Esau Edom. Okay. Because of the Esau Edom coming over here to colonize this part of the world. All right. It says, and I saw the woman drunken with the blood of the saints. Okay. So that drunken means to murder profusely. And that's exactly what this damn devil did when he came over here, man. 10% of the global population. You can't even kill that many people, man. But Esau Edom did it. And that's his legacy down here upon the earth, man. Rape, robbery, and murder. All right. It says, and I saw the woman drunken with the blood of the saints and with the blood of the martyrs of Yahushua. And when I saw her, I wondered with great admiration. Okay. And the saints are who? The saints are Israelites, man. All right. So who did this damn devil murder? Who was over here? The Israelites. Okay. So-called Latinos and Native Americans. They are the northern kingdom of Israel. Okay. The ones that went into captivity in Assyria, and they ended up coming over here. All right. Before this damn devil came over here. All right. And he murdered them. And then he brought the southern kingdom over here and he murdered them too, man. All right. This didn't happen to anybody else down here upon the earth, but this is the track record of Esau, Edom. And you got to pay for this, man. You don't just get to murder 10% of the population, then get off scot-free. Okay. Thinking you're going to be able to live your life however you want to. That ain't how it works, man. Okay. The Most High got something for you, man. He got judgment coming to you. This is Habakkuk 2:4. It says, behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by faith. And you see an example of this nigga not being right, man. The article mentioned nothing about him murdering people, man. Okay, he just wants to forget about that, write it out of history. Oh, that's not how they died. Oh, it was diseases, you know. Oh, I bought disease, I bought the bubonic plague, I bought influenza, smallpox, you know, because that was common in Europe, you know. Then their immune systems couldn't handle it and they died. That's how the majority of them died. I didn't do anything to them, you fucking devil. It says, behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. Yea, also because he transgresseth by wine, and part of his wine is that he didn't do what he did to the natives, man. Just as we read in that article. Okay, I didn't do anything. You know, it was diseases, and I had no control over that. You know, I just came over here, and then their immune systems were too weak, and they died off. The hell out of here, man. It says, yea, also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man. He actually believes his own bullshit, man. These damn devils actually believe that they didn't do anything to the natives to obtain this land, man. They actually believe that there was, you know, just a few natives here, you know, and then they died off from disease. And then, you know, the land was just there for the taking, you know. Nothing else happened. That's how the story went. It says, neither keepeth at home who enlargeth his desire as hell and is as death and cannot be satisfied. And this damn devil is insatiable. Okay, he wants more and more, man. It says, but gathereth unto him all people, and gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. And that's America, the great melting pot. It says, shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his. And that's what's going on right now. These other nations are rising up against you, man. You're being called out for your wickedness. Okay. Every time America tries to go, you know, and dictate to some other nation what they should and shouldn't be doing, okay, or try to bring up their human rights atrocities, your history and your track record is brought up, man. Okay. And just from the article that we read, which this is a low estimation, by the way. Okay, because there's way more people here than this damn devil's going to let on. But even in that, he said 10% of the global population was put to death, man. Okay, that's your track record. That's on your head, man. Okay, that's one of the crimes that's on your tab. All right, millions upon millions of Israelites, man. Okay, and that's just the northern kingdom. How many of the southern kingdom did you put to death, man? And how much of the population was that? Okay. If 60 million was 10%, how much is 99 million? Okay. You got a lot to pay for, man. It says, shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his? How long? And to him that layeth himself with thick clay? Shall they not rise up suddenly that shall bite thee, and awake that shall vex thee, and thou shalt be for booties unto them? And that's what's going on. You are losing your hegemony down here upon the earth. That you know, stronghold that you had on the earth, okay, big bad America, okay, or even you know, Esau as a whole, all right, or the beast and the whore, okay, that fear and dread that you instilled in these other nations that even thought about coming up against you, that's out the window, man. Okay, these nations, they ready to go toe to toe with you. All right, they ain't scared of America, man. They ain't scared of EU, and they ain't scared of NATO. All right. It says, because thou hast spoiled many nations, all the remnant of the people shall spoil thee. So what is that? What you do comes back to you, man. Okay. What you call karma. All right. This is Job 4:8. It says, even as I have seen, they that plow iniquity and sow wickedness reap the same. So the things that you do, okay, the wickedness that you do is going to come back upon you, man. All right. And what did the Most High say? Back in Habakkuk 2:8, it says, because thou hast spoiled many nations, all the remnant of the people shall spoil thee. So because you did what you did down here upon the earth, that same thing is going to happen to you. Okay. And that's going to balance the scales. All right. It says, because of men's blood and for the violence of the land, of the city, and of all that dwell therein. Woe to him that coveteth in evil covetousness to his house, that he may set his nest on high, and that he may be delivered from the power of evil. And that's going into these elites. Okay, they're consolidating all this wealth and all these resources because they know that judgment is coming, man. Okay, and they think that by them doing these things that they're going to be spared from the judgments. That's why they got their deep underground military bases. They got access to the space station. They also have, bases underwater. OK, so when any kind of hell kicks off, they're going to be good chilling in their bases, man. All right. And when all, is said and done and smoke is cleared, they have in their mind that they're going to crawl out, unscathed and continue to reign on the earth, man. Verse 10, it says, thou hast consulted shame to thy house by cutting off many people. OK, and we just read an example of that, man. 10% of the population just in the Americas alone. OK, that's attributed to you Edomites, man. The only nation to have that under their belt, man. OK, murdering 10% of the world, the global population at that time. OK, and that's a shameful thing, man. That's your contribution to, world history. You murdering people, man. You stealing people's goods. You stealing their land. You stealing their resources. OK, you're not known for anything good. All right. When people think of you, they don't think of, something good, man. OK, because your history shows that you're a piece of shit. All right. To say it bluntly, it says, thou hast consulted shame to thy house by cutting off many people, and has sinned against thy soul. And there's no way you can get these transgressions off of you, man. You got to pay for this. OK, you did too much, man. All right. It says, for the stone shall cry out of the wall, and the beam out of the timber shall answer it. Woe to him that buildeth a town with blood, and establisheth a city by iniquity. Destruction unto you, man, for what you did. OK. It says, behold, it is not of the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai of hosts that the people shall labor in the very fire, and the people shall weary themselves for very vanity. For the earth shall be filled with the knowledge of the glory of the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, as the waters cover the sea. Woe unto him that giveth his neighbor drink, that puttest thy bottle to him, and makest him drunken also, that thou mayest look on their nakedness. Thou art filled with shame for glory. OK, when you look this up in the 1611 King James, it says that thou art filled with more shame than glory, man. Well, look at your track record. OK, we just read some of it, man. The amount of murdering that you did actually affected the global climate, man. OK, that's your gift to the earth. You murdering people, and then it affecting people all over the planet. All right. It says thou art filled with shame for glory. Drink thou also, and let thy foreskin be uncovered. And see, now is being exposed. OK, and the Most High has set up the prophets to fully expose you, man, because even in that article, they was pushing some BS. All right, saying it's all because of diseases. That's a damn lie, man. You murdered the Native Americans, so-called Native Americans, man. OK, throughout North, Central, and South America, you murdered them. Okay? It wasn't diseases that killed him. It was your sword, man. Your sword and your gun. All right? It says, thou art filled with shame for glory. Drink thou also, and let thy foreskin be uncovered. The cup of the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushai's right hand shall be turned unto thee, and shameful spewing shall be on thy glory. Okay, so every time you try to exalt yourself, you try to lift yourself up, okay, you put these different accolades and titles upon yourself. We here to expose the truth, man. Okay, that you ain't nothing but a low down murder and a thief. Okay, nothing you've done down here on the earth is righteous, man. All the things you have gotten is through ill-gotten gain. You ain't worked, hard throughout your life and then you just acquire wealth. You're the devil, man. Okay, and the Most High is going to pay you back for all the wickedness that you have done, especially what you did to Jacob, man. So-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right. This is Obadiah 1:15. It says, for the day of the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushai is near upon all the heathen. As thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee. That includes you, Esau. It says, thy reward shall return upon thine own head. What have you done to us? Okay, we just read in Revelation the 17th chapter about the woman, and she was drunken with the blood of the saints. That word drunken, when you look it up, it means to murder profusely, man. So what's going to happen to you? Okay. It says, as thou hast done, and what have you done? Methuo, man. That's what you've done. Okay. The profuse murdering of the nation of Israel. And we're going to get our payback. Okay. It ain't looking good for you, man. It says, as thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee. Thy reward shall return upon thine own head. So the things that you did, that's going to happen to you. Whatever you did to us, that's what's going to happen to you, man. Okay. Payback. All right. You're going to get put to death. It says, for as ye have drunk upon my holy mountain, so shall all the heathen drink continually. Yea, they shall drink and they shall swallow down and they shall be as though they have not been. And those curses are going to come upon you too, man. Okay, you going to be put on slave ships and shipped throughout the four corners of the earth. Okay, for cheap labor or free labor. Okay, because you ain't getting paid, man. You ain't going to have no pension. You ain't going to get no 2-week paycheck, no monthly paycheck. Okay, you're going to work your whole life, man. And the only breaks that you're going to get is on the Sabbath. All right. Because according to the law, we ain't got to give you no lunch break. We ain't got to give you no 15-minute break. Okay, you're going to work, man. It says, but upon Mount Zion shall be deliverance. Okay, why? Because the nation of Israel is going to be delivered from this state that we're in. Okay, it says, and there shall be holiness, and the house of Jacob shall possess their possessions. We're going to be made perfect, man. The Most High is going to do away with this stony heart that we have, and he's going to give us a heart of flesh, and we're going to be perfect in his sight. We ain't never going to sin again, man. So we always going to be on top. And there's no way for you to, set up any kind of system that's going to get us to go off, because we're going to be impervious to sin, man, which is the root cause of all the problems that we have down here. Okay, which means what? You're going to be a perpetual slave until your day comes that you get, burned up. Okay. It says, in the house of Jacob shall possess their possessions, and one of our possessions are going to be you Edomites. You possess us right now. Okay. So just as we read, the things that you dished out, that's how you're going to be rewarded. That's going to happen to you. All right. It says, in the house of Jacob shall be a fire, in the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau for stubble, and they shall kindle in them and devour them, and they shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushai has spoken it. So with that, I'm going to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Ruach Dash. Double honors to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone. Shalom.